it's time for us to get into another important conversation. And we're talking this morning about the Literacy Challenge 2024. Now, this is one of the most important interventions that we have here at Citi. And to talk about it and to give us some more insight into why we're doing this and what it's all about is Apioko. She's the head of programs production right here at Citi TV and 97.3 Citi FM. Apioko, good morning.
Good morning.
How
good
are
morning.
you?
I'm very well. Good morning.
How are you? I like your hair.
Thank you.
Charlie, you're doing the polka dot too.
Yeah.
It's poker.
No, this flex there, just say.
I was in my mood today.
Okay. So,
My Bridgerton mood.
It's today. Oh, my days.
let's just get into the whole Literacy Challenge conversation. Why are we doing? What is it, first of all, and why are we doing this?
All right. So at Citi FM and Citi TV, we take education, which includes literacy, numeracy, all those things. We take them very personal.
Yeah, welcome.
And welcome, Masa, you know. And for us personally, if we bring it home, you know, before people watch the very handsome David and the very delectable Elaine on TV, a lot would have happened in the background, right? Scripting, all these things. Now, even pulling together the production, what you should discuss, what should go into the content. If you don't have a very broad spectrum of knowledge, you can't do that.
Yeah.
So for us, literacy is important. And that's one thing. Now, on a national scale, you know, at Citi, we were always advocating for things. Day in, day out, we're talking about education, the quality of education, the accessibility of our education. Why? Because basically, the more people who are educated, and I'm not just talking about having a certificate in your hand, but people who can apply knowledge, enter spaces, think innovatively, think creatively, think entrepreneurially, apply technology, all these things. The more people who can do that, our chances, all other things being equal, the economist says ceteris paribus, right? All other things being equal, the chances of the country succeeding are larger. Why, on an international scale, we talk a lot about literacy, now digital literacy and all that's coming. So I want to read something to you.
Yes.
UNESCO, which is the body under the United Nations that has oversight over education, science, and culture. This is how they define on their website literacy in 2024.
Right.
Okay.
Beyond this conventional concept as a set of reading, writing, and counting skills, literacy is now understood as a means of identification, understanding, interpretation, creation, and communication in an increasingly digital, text-mediated, information-rich, and fast-changing world.
Wow.
So literacy is no longer just I can read, I can write, I can speak big English. No.
knowledge.
Can you even identify it?
Exactly.
Wow.
And culture plays a big part in that. When we were on the CBS this morning, we were talking about the fact that if you don't know your culture. Now, where Africa has become so cool, everybody wants to come and experience what we have here, come and, especially the diaspora, the connections are being made. If you find yourself in the global world and you can't tell people about where you come from,
you're lost.
You're lost. You are disadvantaged, actually. So literacy involves all these things. Now, why do we do the literacy challenge? We are not the ones who draw up the curricula for our young people in Ghana, what they study in school. We don't do that.
No, we don't.
But through our conversations, as responsible media, what we can do is shed light on the things that we should be paying attention to, that our young people need to know in order to thrive as responsible citizens. Citizens who are involved in the development of their country, of their societies. And then citizens who can also contribute on a global scale. Because now the world has moved away from I'm just in my corner. What can you do for your community, but also for the world? How can the world, if everybody else went to sleep, rely on you? That's a big responsibility. But literacy, as we know it now, takes care of that. So the Literacy Challenge is a 3-level competition. Level 1 is an essay competition. So you put out a topic every year, get JHS students, these are young people, about 12 to 17, pick their minds. We want to see how they're thinking, get a sense of what they're feeling, so that they can also contribute to the conversation. right? But then also exercise their communication muscle, their writing skills. Then from there, our examiners will come together, grade the papers, we select our top 50, and they will now sit down for an aptitude test.
Wow.
It's his general knowledge. So you can't come and say, I'm the science group, so I'm only answering science questions. There's no room for that.
Cross board.
Everything. Because again, we're saying if you're literate in the 21st century, then you should have broad knowledge. You don't have to be a jack or a Jill of all trades, but at least you should have enough knowledge to be able to survive in the disposition that we're in now.
I love that.
Then from the top 50, we get our top 10, and they now go into a live quiz
Okay.
with a quiz mistress or a quiz master. You've been the quiz
Yeah,
master.
I was doing it last
Yes,
year.
last year.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that.
I had fun, man.
But again, general knowledge. And you realize that the way the questions are crafted, the tasks that are thrown to the contestants, it's not just, oh, what is this? What's it? You have to think. There's an element of memorization because some facts you need to memorize
Okay.
before you can even have them and apply them.
Yeah.
But a lot of it is application of knowledge, like how they were asked to put together a circuit to light up a light bulb, and the source of energy was Banku.
Banku.
Yeah.
Very local context,
Wow.
but Banku has
Banku
fermented,
and salt,
maize in it, salt, all that. So that's the kind of thing we're doing. So that we are making a bold statement as a media house, together with the populace, that this is the kind of thing our young people need to be doing in order to survive and thrive in the 21st century world.
I think it's for me, it's really heightened because in this AI generated world where we can sometimes not think on our 2 feet, a question is tossed at you. I remember the years of Miss Ghana, Miss World. You'll be standing and the question is tossed at you. You have to think on your feet to be able to answer and create it. So the moment AI is almost coming to take our jobs from us, and
but you see, the more literate you are in the way you just described it, the more difficult it will be for AI to take your job from you.
Yes.
Because guess what? When you use any of these AI platforms, let's even just talk about text. Let's not even go into the AI that can generate images and change video and audio, voice, alter voice and all that. Let's just talk about the text. Depending on your knowledge and the depth of your prompt, that determines how deep the response will be. So if it's garbage in,
garbage in,
garbage
garbage out.
You see, so even in this AI space, AI is only aggregating what is already in the world, in the Internet of Things. But if you don't have a certain depth of knowledge to be able to use it to, to suit your purposes, it may not help you.
True.
But if you stay ahead of the game, AI, you may actually become the AI expert in generating things that AI can do for you.
True. This form of a training for them to train their brains, to sharpen them.
So looking at the 3 different stages, walk us through what's the level 1 and what's the question for the year?
Okay. So like I said, level 1 is an essay competition. And I'm going to read the topic out. It's very interesting and very timely.
Okay.
So this is it. In not less than 600 words, write about the role of the youth in shaping the future of Ghana.
Okay.
What changes would you like to see? And how can young people contribute to making them happen? I'll take it again. In not less than 600 words, write about the role of the youth in shaping the future of Ghana. What changes would you like to see? And how can young people contribute to making them happen?
Wow. And as usual, the script should be your own handwriting.
Your own handwriting.
It is endorsed by
Right.
parents.
By parents
Absolutely.
and
Your
add your
parents
full
or guardians.
details.
You know, a lot of people have said, oh, if you're talking about tech and digital, why are we not allowing the young people to type? Because there's a psychology for handwriting.
Yes.
We won't get into that. But the forensic scientists will tell you by looking at the curve of, of an A or a Y or whatever it is, a slant. This, you can tell somebody's psyche. You can tell whether the person was looking at something and diligently copying it or whether there was a flow of thought. And teachers, to a large extent, have that because they've been working with it for a long time. Even me, the little time I spent in the classroom, when I see something, I know whether it was written by a person or not. And if you're a teacher and you've been teaching students at a certain level, you have in a classroom, there's something you call differentiation. Right off the bat, you have your, typically, I don't like to use it, but that's the metric. You're above average, like your high achievers, your average students who you know, sort of fits the mold for generally what's the level should be. And then those who are a little more slow at learning and picking up in the classroom, you know.
Okay.
So you know that this person may be a high achiever where they're coming from. And so that's why to you, Elaine and David, and then to me at Pure, it may look like, but this child didn't write this. But the teacher will know that, no, it's possible.
Okay.
Right.
Or you can tell that, no, this one, dear, something is amiss, you know. And there are times when our examiners have had to do like maybe a follow-up and talk to a contestant just to check a few things because they are suspicious of one or two things.
Collusion.
Yeah. So that in your own handwriting is very, and don't forget, writing is becoming a lost art.
Yes.
It is very important. You still write your exams, you know, at least in Ghana.
In Ghana,
How many of our exams are administered digitally? So if you're not writing properly, expressing yourself, combining all the mental fatigue and stress that comes with writing under pressure, and you go and sit in an exam room, you have problems.
Yes.
Okay.
You know?
So during the literacy challenge, we do some school runs, and then we engage with some schools as well. Let's take a look. We want to take a look at a snippet of some medal presentations that we did during the entire season of the competition. Let's take a look at some of those.
As we inched closer and ever so close to the grand finale of the Literacy Challenge 2023, which takes place on the 7th of October 2023, we're still awarding our top 10 finalists. We're going around to their schools in the different parts of the country, and we're giving them medals just to let them know that we're proud of them for having made it this far, and of course to ginger them up just a little bit so that they can bring their best foot forward in the grand finale. Presently today, we're here at the Ofako MA Basic D JHS in the Central Region to do the presentation for Ms. Alberta Kote. She's one of our top 10 finalists. Let's go meet her and her school. Every year, year in, year out, I usually like to be present, you know. And also, I used to teach myself, so I know the good work that you are doing. I know the challenges, but I also know that teaching is a very rewarding profession. And so, if we can do anything to amplify education and what it can do for our young people in Ghana, I want to be in the thick of it. And so that's why we are here today.
I took over from her, and I think it's been one of the projects that gives me joy year in, year out. I love to see the students grow right from level 1 through to level 3. And it's been an amazing project, helping students discover themselves, discover their talents through writing, numeracy, critical thinking, and whatnot, has been something that has come to stay with me as a person. And so I really appreciate the fact that Alberta, you made it all the way to the level 3, and it's beautiful because some people think that the literacy challenge is only quote or unquote for the Accra people. We have come to change that narrative. It's for the entire country, Ghana. It's a nationwide competition. So
So we are very proud of you. We're very excited to see what kind of opportunities this will bring to you. I can see tears in your eyes. I know you're proud of yourself. And we'll hear from you shortly how you feel and what this means to you. But we need to give you your medal. So
That is beautiful.
Yeah.
That is
Wow.
beautiful. That is
Wow.
so beautiful.
Yeah.
She was quite teary.
Yeah, of course, you can imagine.
She's proud of
she
herself for what she's
made
done.
a statement, you know, of camera. She said, when she had come for the aptitude test in Accra, and she saw other students who had come with their parents in their cars, and she and her mother had to walk a distance before they, alighted from the car they took, and then came to the test center. Right from that instant, she told herself she didn't have a chance. And so for her to get to the top 10 out of 50, and even understand that it was, thousands of young people who had written for level 1, and she was part of the top 10. That meant a lot to her, and that's why she had to shed tears.
Now, do you want to be part of the first 10, or you want to be the winner? Let me tell you from last year's winner, her name, I think it was Armstrong Nelson, so is it?
Yes, a
guy,
gentleman.
A gentleman. Citi FM, this is from Citi Newsroom. Citi FM, 97.3 Citi FM and Citi TV have awarded Armstrong Nelson Jikunu, a student from Jaire International School in Ashaman, with the ultimate cash prize of 10,000 Ghana Cedi for winning the Literacy Challenge 2023. In addition to the cash prize, Mr. Jikunu received a trophy, 6-month supply of Wibby Crunch biscuits, and a esteemed title of the Literacy Challenge Champion for 2023. So if you are out there and at Citi, if we say make sure you are joining. In fact, the whistle has started. We are breaking calls today. So the moment you hear that and we put the number out and we tell you the process to go through to be part of the Literacy Challenge, make sure you are joining. Let me just mention the number before we go on. It is 02059 73973. 02059 73973. These are for enquiries. So make sure you are calling now and getting an understanding of how to enter. The deadline for submission is Saturday, 13th July 2024. If you miss it, voila.
Fantastic. Happy, just please wrap it up for us.
Yeah, so we want people to feel free, enter the competition. The topic is out there now. Now, you can drop off your entry at the front desk of Citi TV here, number 5 Ola Hansen Lane in Tesano, Accra, or you can go to number 11 Dr. Martin Loop at Adabraka. That's where Citi FM operates from, broadcasts from. Okay. Otherwise, if you don't live in Accra, because you are writing by hand, we do want you to post. And that means you need to consider the dates that you post early, you don't miss the deadline. The postal address is GP, PO Box GP 14123, Accra Central. PO Box GP 14123, Accra Central. Send your entries. If you have finished writing tonight and you want to send it tomorrow, go ahead. We know ball.
Of course. Ghana Gas is back on again.
Ghana Gas is back. The Ghana Gas company. We also have.
Done so well.
They have consistently. I believe this is the 4th consecutive year. Wow. I'm not mistaken. They've done so well. We're very grateful to them. We have a live soap who is also on for, I believe, the 3rd time. Yes. And then we have Fortune Spread. Yes, Fortune Spread is with us as well. So these are our sponsors, and as I know our sponsors, they will be showing up with goodies along the way. So beyond the 10,000 Ghana cedis and the trophy and the bragging rights, our sponsors will see inside for us. I know them and I trust them.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
It was amazing getting to know what the Literacy Challenge is about and how to enter. By Apioko, head of Apioko Ashon, Abe. I know I'll get something from this when we finish. Now, head of programs production, Citi FM and Citi TV.